politicians lie to us all the time, I'm sure you've noticed. And it would be funny if their lies didn't have such a devastating impact on our lives. So today I'm going to tell you how we can make politicians honest. That is, of course, if we want them to stay alive. Now, there are lots of ideas out there about how to deal with dishonest politicians. We could put them in prison. We could make their punishment fit the crime, like making them write "I will tell the truth" on a chalkboard for the rest of their lives. Or we could take away their money. But what if there was a way to deal with lying politicians that was both effective and entertaining? What if we could make politicians tell the truth without making them suffer? Enter the electric collar. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is a terrible idea. It's unethical and it's probably illegal. And to that I say, well, yeah, but it would be hilarious. Just imagine it. Every time a politician lied, zap, the collar would give them a little shock. And the more they lied, the more the shock would increase in intensity. Of course, this would only work with politicians who hadn't been desensitized to pain already, so it might not work on everyone. But for those politicians who still had a little bit of that old-fashioned politician's integrity, this would be a very effective way to make them tell the truth. Now, I know what you're thinking again. This is crazy. Politicians are human beings, and shocking them when they lie is cruel and unusual punishment. And to that I say, well, yeah, but think of the possibilities. We could make politicians tell the truth about all kinds of things. Like what really happened in that private meeting, or who they voted for, or even what they know about the JFK assassination. Okay, maybe that last one was a bad example because it turns out that most of the people who claim to have the best evidence for various conspiracy theories are actually just trying to sell you a book or a documentary. But you get the idea. With the right collar, we could get politicians to spill all kinds of secrets. And it wouldn't just be politicians. We could put collars on everyone. Anyone who wanted to increase their credibility could wear a collar. You could wear one. I could wear one. Your dog could wear one. In fact, your dog probably already has one. They're called anti-bark collars. And honestly, they're not very effective at stopping dogs from barking. They usually just make the dog stop barking for a while. Kind of like politicians after they get a little bit of that old-fashioned politician's juice in their veins. But here's the thing. Even if we could make politicians completely honest, even if we could make them tell the truth about everything, would that be a good thing? I mean, sometimes it's better if they just shut up. And besides, politicians are so predictable. Once you've heard one politician lie, you've pretty much heard them all. Politicians lie about the economy, about the war, about their taxes, about their wives. Really, do we want to hear the unvarnished truth about any of that? Probably not. Besides, what if a politician told the truth by accident? Should they get shocked for that? I think not. And anyway, there's a more important reason why we shouldn't shock politicians when they lie, because when they lie, they're usually doing it for our own good. Politicians lie to protect national security, to protect the economy, to protect the environment. Sometimes they lie to protect us from ourselves. Do we really want to punish them for that? I think not. There's another reason why shocking politicians when they lie is a bad idea. Because then they might start telling the truth. And if we're not careful, that could be just as dangerous as all of their lies. This has been my channel. And if you want to hear more of my crazy ideas, you can follow me on social media. And if you want to watch more of my videos, you can do that too.